How's it going, YouTube? Collection today with another video, and today, guys, I just went 10-1 at 2K tournaments. I got first place in both. My one loss was to my friend Craig that came down here with me, and he got second place. It was really cool because going into this tournament, I helped him build his list. We talked a lot about what was going on and what was in the room and what we should expect. He got second, and then I got first. I got first at both tournaments, so this list was an absolute menace. I didn't change my list at all between the two tournaments because obviously it's two separate tournaments, so you could make adjustments if you wanted to, but I did not. Won 7 boxes today, which is super cool. Something that I'm definitely a big fan of right now because this is just all going to go back to giveaways later on because this is all just staples for you guys. So really cool. Thank you all so much for the support. We're going to go over the deck list here. I know you probably are getting real confused that you see a hand trap in Tearlament, but playing 3 Droll and 1 Imperm. I know this looks really weird, but there was no better 40th card for me that I could decide on because I had to cut Hellshadal because it's just such a brick. It's a card that you can't even like tribute someone to get yourself out of a weird situation. And Imperm is overall just the most well-rounded card that we have in the game right now, in my opinion. So playing this just felt really good. It came up several times just as like the one-off. And then Droll cooked so many matchups. If this card's not in your mid deck right now, I think that it's incorrect. This card is actually just unbelievably good. So I definitely like this still. I know a lot of people were like, well, it's a bad mill, but at the same time, when this ends their turn, you're just able to play again. So definitely a very good card. I'm going to keep playing it moving forward. It's very strong. Talking about the tier names, 3 tier cash, 2 Rhino, and then the one-ofs. I played 2 Rhino. I'm just going to pull out another card right now to show you why I only play 2 Rhino. Because I feel like you play 2 Rhino in this, or you just play 3 Rhino. I think this is fine. I don't like drawing duplicates of anything. I know a lot of people want to have this as a starter, but this card comes up a lot. There's a lot of times I'll go like Beatrice, dump this. This is Knight, Sword, Serpent. I get asked that all the time. It gets reborn if it gets sent by a card effect. So it helps you make Bahamut Toad, which is really cool. Another line where you can link both off and go to a sprint and add back tier cash. It's really strong. So I only play 2 Rhino because I play this. I wouldn't bump this up to 3. It's a huge brick at 3. I don't want to see multiple. And if you mill multiple, it's also pretty bad because then it just turns into a bad mill. So I just don't want to play more than 2. This is just a number that I'll probably always stay at. I don't really want to go higher than that. And then, of course, just our 3 planet. No terraforming because Droll's in the format. I don't want to play in a Droll. That just sounds like a very bad time. Moving off of that, though, we have our lovely Ishizu cards. And then we also have our 1 Diviner. I didn't play more than 1 Diviner. This is like fine to normal. You're normally just like grabbing it back off like a cross sheep. Honestly, I think I normaled this like once or twice today and that was it. Didn't really miss it at all. I wouldn't play multiple of this either because again, I don't want to have multiple normal summons in my hand. Because I feel like the second you have multiple normal summons is the second that you're just losing the game. So I think the 1's fine. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. 2 Mally. I don't play Denier and I don't play Dangerous. I think that Denier, shoutouts to Lucas Sacco. We talked about it because Denier is just kind of there for link plays that you're not actually making. So I don't really think that it's important. Just playing the Mallies is fine because like if you mill it, you mill it. If you don't, you don't. You can get to it pretty easily and you're not playing extra cards. Like I feel like people feel forced to play cards because you're playing certain engines and you just shouldn't feel forced to do so. Just playing Mally was fine by itself. Plenty of rank 6s made today. 2 Nessie, 1 Mothman. I cut this down from 3. I think 2 is fine. You just want the Aqua. Dangers are kind of terrible going first. They're better going second. They help you unbrick your hands because you play a lot of bricks as well. There's a lot of situations where these were like bad. There's a lot of situations where these were very good. You got to play them though because this is a Dark Aqua, so it's half a Garura, which is really important. As for the bricks, we play the Serpent and then we play Destrudo, Shyama, and Beast. I don't play Winda either. I just play the Beast for the draw. There's multiple times today where I went Beatrice, detach Garura, and then send Beast to get a draw 2. I'm trying to draw into like sideboard cards like There Can Be Only One, which was very relevant. I definitely drew There Can Be Only One off this card twice, which was very, very cool. Shyama is very good. It allows you to just go ahead and pop your Kaleido. It can force out other cards in the board that are being problematic. And then Destrudo is never getting cut from my list. This card means Baron, and Baron means you win the game.
If you open Trivy, Shyama is the best thing to have engraved.
The next thing here is going to be 3 Super Poly. Dumb card, shouldn't be in the game, but it is in the game, so I play this card. It's so good. 1 Foolish and 1 more Foolish, but a Burial Goods. This card is pretty good, being able to dump the Trivy. If you feel like you're going to get drolled, you can activate Pearly Reno, and then if they go to droll you can chain the Trivy. So it's pretty nice. There's a lot of situations where this was just pretty solid. Playing against the mirror match, I don't play Bishals at all. Or DD Crow, so foolishing down a Rhino instead of like anything else and being able to play with that was really nice too. Both the Foolishes were really strong. 2 Scream, I don't think you need the third one. I'm not trying to brick on that card and then also see it as a bad mill. Once you mill it once, you don't want to see it again. 1 Heartbeat, you have to play this. It just gets rid of the bricks out of your hand and the Ishizu cards. 2 Solic and 1 Trivy. I think this is just correct. I don't play Meta Noise. I think that card sucks. Most of the time, Book of Moon right now just isn't that crazy. That card can also get Ash, and the hand traps are just everywhere right now, so like this is fine. That wraps up the main deck. 40 good cards and only 40 good cards. We don't play anything else except good cards. So we have some cool extract cards. 1 Mud Dragon, shouts to the Quarter Century. 1 Garura, 1 Dragos Tapelia as your generic fusion targets, and then you also just have them as super poly targets, which is very cool. Not much more to say about those. I played 2 Kaleido. So this is something that I've had multiple conversations with people about. You literally just like really want to play the second Kaleido. It's so strong. This is something where like I've been trying to preach this to people to play this because like it's the same reason I play 2 Kit. If they try their best to like banish your Kaleido, get it off board, remove it from grave, put it in grave, you don't care that it's in grave at that point because you don't have to shuffle it back. You don't have to like protect it from getting banished. There's no pressure on you for them removing this because the second you summon the other one, you just won the game because first and foremost, nobody expects the second one. And secondly, having the second one is just power because like you're not forced to do interactions just to save your Kaleido. And this is the only monster in your extra deck that you can summon right now because I don't play Rulk. That allows you to trigger your Scream on summon, that allows you to get your Solic activation. There's so many good things about running 2 of these. I heavily recommend playing 2. I don't think there's ever a time where I'm not. I tried running 1 at a tournament one time, and then I just felt awful because it came up twice, and playing the second one's so good. I played this. Draco Knight is for Monodome and Rescue. If they're on the Jet Synchron build and Rescue, then you can hit the Baron Savage. It's not really popular. It's more popular to Terahertz. This is also very good against Vanadium when they go for like turn skip or they put up the full board with like Baron and Dissipator. Came up one time. Didn't really matter though, but I still think I would run this moving forward. It's just really good. Monodome's really popular. Until it's not very popular, then I won't run this anymore. The 1 Baron, this card comes up enough. Like, you just have to run this card. It's also like $2 now, so I heavily recommend that you run this card. It's very, very good. Came up most games. My end boards are always like Baron, Toad, SP with extras. Bahamut Toad, these cards are just free. You have to run these. That's why I run the Sword Serpent. I'm trying to turbo these out as soon as possible. They're just so strong. Being able to add back to your cache and like be able to combo with no cards in hand, because like let's say that you have like a crime set, you can like summon this, they activate something, negate, add to your cache, and then now you can crime with the mill too. It's really strong. 1 Dweller, 1 Beatrice. I don't play Zeus. I don't play Redoer. Zeus is like fine. It doesn't really come up as much as you want it to. I know that it seems tempting, but it's not that good. Redoer is another card that I didn't summon one time the entire YCS when I debuted, so I just cut it because it's just such a bad card in my opinion. There's just not enough to warrant playing that card. It came up like one time to have it, but it also just didn't matter. It's a card that like allows you to fuse, but at the same time, it's like not that good. It's only like when Bishals are really popular in the format and you want to like dodge a Bishal that it's nice to like make a Time Thief, but like Bishals aren't even that popular. They're like fine. Like if you're going to play against a lot of Rescue Ace, people are just not on it, and then Beatrice is Beatrice. Springe, Dark, Cross, and then the most broken card in the game right now. This card wins me so many games that I literally shouldn't win, but like just having this is just such power. It's so good. Multiple situations, even at the YCS, being like, my opponent activates Thrust, and then I chain Baron, they chain Droplet, send Thrust, and then I chain SP to banish my Baron. So it's really strong. Talking about the side though, the side is really insane to be honest. The first card here is Guilty Gearfried. Shout out to Spencer. So he was able to give me this on the fly. This card's really good against Rescue because if they put up 2 warriors, you can use this, and they have to extinguish and contain this because if they target it, you can negate that and destroy a card. So this is really strong. This card, I didn't play against Rescue the entire time, so it's kind of crazy, but this card would have come up if I did. This is a really strong card. It just absolutely destroys the board. Another card here being Lancia. I think Lancia is really strong against Flu. It's really good against Rescue because you put them on, you have to have emergency for Turbulence. There's so many situations too where like when your opponent's gonna go play, let's say they're going second, they go to start their turns, like Dragon, you drop some draw phase, they just can't play the game. Really strong card. Also a very strong card. Out Dweller, out the Pearly board. It does whatever you want it to do. Xyz Encore, there's a reason it's so expensive right now. Like, this card is so dumb. Cards that say you can't respond, I love them, because Super Poly says that and this card says that. We play 3 of the back row blowout. These cards are really strong. Every time I played against Chimera today, having these just won me the game immediately. Just being able to force interaction, of course, is the best thing you can do in Yu-Gi-Oh! The other 2 Imperm, siding into hand traps was really strong because a lot of people didn't see him coming. The amount of people who played into Droll was just insane, especially the Imperms. The Imperms are just really strong in general. I think this card is still really amazing. Even if it is a bad mill, I'm willing to risk that to play it. The 1 Crime, self-explanatory, and then 2 There Can Be. The card won me like 3 games. Still really strong. I played 2 because like I was just trying to make room for everything. I still think it's fine because you had enough draw power to like get into it. So overall, I thought the list performed really well, 10-1, and it was really nice overall that the mills obviously were fine, but there's a lot of like technical play and like little interactions you had to know and do just to be able to break through boards and at least like try to survive until you could to game state that you're able to play. So we have 7 boxes, 10-1 on the day. I appreciate every one of you for watching the videos, and you know, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep on going. All this stuff is gonna be ended up somehow in giveaways. I hope that everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks.